Hey everybody and welcome to another Disventure Camp video. My name is Silly Billy, but you can call me Billy. So far we have gotten to enjoy 3 episodes of this amazing show, with at least a 4th one on the way. As of yet, 10 characters are still in the race to win it all. But who will it be? I think there's a couple of characters that are more likely to win than others, based on the storylines we have already gotten to see of them, or just because it makes more sense. So today, that is exactly what we will be going over. This is basically a top 10 of the characters left in the show, ranked based on how likely they are to win, with number 1 being my final prediction on who is going to win this show. I won't include any of the 4 characters that have already dropped out. There might be a chance that some of them return, but even if they do, I highly doubt that they will end up winning the season. So, without further ado, let's go! Starting off with my least likely winner, we have Yule. To put it bluntly, I think there is absolutely no chance that this little weasel will end up taking home the W. He'll be around for a couple more episodes, sure, but I don't think that this guy's in it for the long haul. I still believe either him or James will drop out sooner to assure that the other can take the role of main antagonist, and I'm pretty sure that that role is made for James, but even if Yule surprises me and becomes the main antagonist of the show, ain't no way that he will end up defeating everyone. So yeah, Yule comes in as my least likely character to win. On number 9 we find Rosa Maria. I think Rosa Maria is a great side character for the time being, but that's all she is, a side character. I don't think Rosa Maria has the story relevance yet to make it to the final 2 and beat all the other characters in the process. More likely is that she will fall victim to James's evil tricks. Of the friend group between her, Lake and Maggie, I'd say she is the most expendable, so to say. And that's why she gets put in 9th place. Just a little less expendable, but still every bit as unlikely to win, is Lake. There is an underdog story in the making here, with Lake being a character from very strict origin, having her marriage arranged by her parents, and while that story will definitely end in a bang for the character, no, not that type of bang, although it would make sense in the context of the story. No, forget it. Anyway, Lake will get her final triumph at some point. I just don't think they will wait until the finale to finish up this storyline. And while I'm wiping out that entire friend group, let's go ahead and finish up there by putting Maggie on number 7. Simply put, I don't think any of these 3 girls will win the game, as there are a lot of other characters with bigger storylines, plot relevance, and/or fan appeal that makes more sense in the finale. And with Maggie, that is no difference. Clearly they set up Maggie as this insecure character having to deal with her size, but again, I think this story will be resolved way before the finale is even in sight. If I have to guess right now, Maggie is the next one to go. The reason why I put her above Lake and Rosa Maria regardless is because out of these 3, Maggie would make the most sense to take a finale spot. However, know that the episode where Kai makes his reappearance is most likely the end of Maggie's storyline. On the number 6 spot, we find Riya. Riya's a bit of a curious case at the moment, as she's the only character of which I have no clue what they're going to do with. Looking at it objectively, I think it makes sense that her character is the next to go if her team loses again, considering that the other 4 are in an alliance together. However, from a narrative perspective, I can easily imagine Riya turning into a powerhouse and becoming one of the main characters over the next couple of episodes. It's hard to imagine which direction they will take with this character, but most likely she is not going to win. The reason she makes it to 6th place is because the other 5 all have a fair shot at least. Kicking off the top 5 is James. We have absolutely not seen the last of James in this story. If I have to guess, James will become the main bad of this season, and with that prestigious title comes the glorious position of 3rd place. This is not so much a cliche from other seasons, but more so a narrative inevitability. You want your villain to be defeated at the end, otherwise the final episodes have little to no tension. And with the assumption that both finalists will have an alternative ending where they win, you are left with 3rd place to clean up after yourself. James' place is higher than the rest because there have been many other shows that don't follow this trend either. Not naming any names just to not give the Fresh TV lawyers even a remote connection between Disventure Camp and their work. But still, I feel like James is unlikely to make it to the final 2. Okay, so far, these characters have been relatively easy to rank. Not anymore. But before we get there, I want to remind you that you can subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Disventure Camp content. I recently passed 1,000 subscribers and I think we have a lot more to climb left, so if you want to be part of this journey, then please do us both a favor by pressing the red button below. Thank you so much. Okay, I'd say that the 4 characters I'm left to rank are the main protagonists of this season, and I highly suspect that 2 of them will indeed make it to the finale. The issue then becomes, which ones? All 4 of them have a likely chance of making it to the finale, but I think some pairings make more sense than others. Regardless of how you spin it, I think each of these 4 have a very high chance of being finalists, and if you have another order, then let me know in the comments, okay? It is with a heavy heart that I have to place Allie in 4th place. If you've seen my Disventure Camp ranking video, you know that I love Allie. She's a great character with a lot of charm and personality. Also, I still ship her with Hunter over Tess. No, you cannot convince me otherwise. As such, it pains me to put Allie in 4th place. But there's a good reason why. See, as much as I want Hunter to choose Allie, the story is starting to build up more and more that he will eventually go for Tess. Let's say he does. How much sense would it make for Allie to be in the finale then? She won't be there with Tess. Nope. She won't be there with Hunter. Nope. The only match would be with Aiden, which, yeah, sure, that works, and this would be my favorite outcome, but it would mean that Allie sticks around as both Hunter and Tess get eliminated from the show, which for some reason I find highly unlikely. It's a weird contradiction where I think Allie makes the most sense to win on a surface level, but diving deeper into it, I realize that there aren't any outcomes where it makes a lot of sense. The story would have to throw me a big curveball in order for Allie to make sense as a finalist. And now here's hoping that they do, because I really like Allie. Coming in on number 3, we have Tess. I won't repeat myself too much, but like I said, I think Tess and Hunter is the route the story is taking so far. There's a good chance Tess makes it to the finale, both because she is an intriguing character, as well as that eliminating her early on would not be a satisfying conclusion to the events of episode 3. The reason why I place her 3rd is because there is really only one possible finale where her inclusion would make sense. Tess and Allie as finalists don't make sense, nor does matching her with Aiden, as they have hardly interacted before. This only leaves Hunter as a suitable candidate to battle her in the finale. But somehow I doubt the finale of the season will be 2 people from a romantic couple. Hence, Tess is getting the bronze medal here. Coming in on number 2 is Hunter. Hunter has all the characteristics of a season winner, and I highly suspect that this guy will at least be in the top 5. The reason why he beats out Allie and Tess is because there's quite a few finales where his inclusion would make sense. Hunter versus Allie? Works. Versus Tess? Works too. Even pairing him with Aiden in the finale would make sense. Therefore, Hunter takes home 2nd place, as he is only beaten out by number 1, Aiden. Aiden is kind of like a wild card. The previous 3 characters have a lot of interactions with one another, but as of yet, Aiden is not really involved with any of them. So why do I then put him on number 1? Well, I think an Aiden versus Allie finale would be a great conclusion to this story. But Aiden versus Hunter worked well too. But what makes me really put him above all the others is his rivalry with James. As of yet, Aiden seems to be the main rival to James's evil scheming. And with me expecting his other teammates to not make it to the finale, it makes sense that he will be the one to triumph over James. And since I expect James to make it to the final 3, by extension that means I think Aiden will be a finalist too. But that is going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the previous video and subscribe to Markiplier to stay up to date on my channel. Oh, and ring your doorbell to get notified of any updates. And one final thing, I now have a Discord server. So if you want to have a fun place to chat about all the content I cover on this channel, make sure to go check that out as well. I'll link it in the description. But again, I thank you for watching. This has been Silly Billy, and remember, Hunter should be with Allie, and I will not stop advocating this until it happens. Houdoe!